Diego's the immortal VP.
Naku, lakad mo tatang, lakad mo tatang!
Normally.
Line up quite a bit if you're Wildcard. Maybe they make it work because they have the Keeper of the Light. You do not need net worth on that hero. Maybe that's the...
As well as middle lane. What is going down here? Alone. That's a very deep dive, and he's got the kill. He's going to die to the tower. No, he's not. 15 HP.
Got greedy for his bottle. He gets to buy it and then almost gets it picked up in the fountain as Devi so close to the trades here. And I think A might actually die. Oh, boy.
Okay. Fairy Fire. He's now, he's got to dodge
yeah.
that, but now he's trapped by the creeps, and he's still dead. You get to pick how you want to die, be able to solve this mana issue in just a moment. If there's actually an opportunity, though, because Esk is moving away alone. It's for the Avalanche into the toss. They don't get the toss back, though, so Esk is actually potentially in a worse position here. As if he gets tossed back, he's closer to his own tower. Instead, he's stuck in the middle of the river. Esk goes down alone, is unfortunately going to die in exchange as Alexo and Sam.
And he certainly, even though he's keeping up last hits wise, he's starting to steadily fall behind, and Alone has certainly been buying more regen than Esk has, mainly because Esk has been dead, but
Oscar,
man, Esk cannot.
He's just going to die here, actually, yeah. He was in the 1v1 as middle lane, yeah, as you said. Whoops, broke the camera. Esk gets taken down mid, so that turns into a trade-off, but...
Emmy, not in time. Might get A, doesn't have his TP, he's much less lucky, but all these heroes just to kill a little old Grimstroke. He'll take it, but this is still not the position I don't think they expected themselves to be in. To pull ahead a little bit, they took a nice triple stack in the large camp there. At the same time, though, Oscar has his 9-minute Blink Dagger coming out right now. He's incredibly farmed. Of course, didn't really end up laning versus too many heroes there, but that's where this ward, if they're paying attention, is going to see Oscar on the low ground here, and it's going to be immediately scouted out as a huge team fight and a huge Mana Void doing so much damage. Sharpshooter? No spells, though.
Not going to be able to find that kill, but they did get a nice stun onto Sammy as Oscar will reveal that Blink Dagger. Jumps in. Sammy dead. Esk is
Esk
in some trouble. Avalanche into the toss. Esk has to hold his ground. Bushwhack's going to lock him down, though, and... Yep. Another kill for Alone. 7-1 now, and...
Much hard punish there.
Bit of good fortune there that they were able to avoid those significant consequences. In the meantime, Parker, well, he's going for a Lincoln Sphere as his first item. I thought for a moment he was maybe thinking Battle Fury as A. Gonna get himself picked off there in the middle lane. Oscar now in trouble as well. They'll pull him in with a Vortex. Parker, though, drops down that Mana Void, and, well, it kills Devi, but it doesn't save Oscar as Devi pinging out the damage he took.
They find their way onto that Faceless Void. It'd be perfect. The scan, though, is even more perfect. You know Sammy wants to put a nice little high ground ward there. It's going to get very scary, though.
Okay. That is a problem. Devi is going to drop down. Not taken out just yet, as Oscar's actually the first to fall. Devi does eventually die, but this fight is really not what they wanted, and they're going to start losing some people. Michael's going to get taken down. A is dropped as well on the map, but not really seeing them emphasize that, right? Which I suppose still works out, because as we've repeatedly mentioned, Parker is just going to keep on farming, but if you're not going to go for these kills, then Alone and Oscar need to start joining the AM on that sort of farm train right now, as Alone goes in for the Avatos. Not enough damage for the kill, but Oscar was able to jump in with that Epicenter, so that is enough. Sammy will go down, but the Chrono was deployed, and now Alone has to get away, but he's not going to be able to. They cancel the TP with the Root, and Yamsun finds the kill. That's pretty much the only play that you could not allow to happen if you're Infamous, and now I think they're going to lose more as well, as A is going to get jumped in on.
Yep, just lost track of where the Fiend's Gate was, I suppose, and well, that's a little bit awkward for Parker. He's got all these heroes in front of his face, as Michael also TP wanted to press for himself either.
He can cancel that TP, but then Parker's angry and has a lot of damage to turn onto Storm Spirit, so yeah. Not worth the risk is the decision right now, but this is going to be a lot easier for Infamous to pull off, as Sammy just gets caught wandering a little bit there. They find that first kill, and Parker is still going. He's going to try to get onto Esk, and his teammates are coming up behind him here, but the Viper's going to pop that BKB. He's holding his ground for now. Devi, meanwhile, oh god, never mind. He's not holding his ground at all. He tries to TP out, and Alone comes in with the physical.
Scepter, so we can see that Storm Spirit really blow open a team fight.
This is something this may not know about just yet. They haven't been scouted, although now Alone should see this. But the gate, okay, they're just going to jump straight in. They're looking for the easy kill onto A first. They do manage to get him, and then they'll go right back through the gate to the north side jungle.
The fight.
They see their target. Alone was hanging out mid. He actually stops to try and farm a camp, so Sammy is going to be able to continue chasing after him. Alone does not have a BKB, not even close at this point. He still needs that final component, so he's just dead. His teammates can't reach him in time.
Yeah, it's a free pick. It's easy. They do know about the Aghanim Scepter at the very least, but that's where it can't afford to just go back on a single hero. The only one who can do that is Divine Llama, as Sammy Boy looking for Oscar, and it just works.
Solar Bind is there to slow him. Oscar's going to get knocked back by the Blinding Light, and Sammy finds the kill. It really is a 4th core. He's even got a 5th Null Talisman, because why not? Null Talisman over Boots is actually more efficient. Nice play from Alexo. Gets him a little bit of extra mana, so that Mana Void's not quite as effective. A, meanwhile, gets taken down, and Parker's still going. This is not an ideal set of circumstances, and yeah, he's just going to blink away, try to TP out, but guess who's there to stop him? Yamsun drops the Chrono, and Parker is almost certainly dead here. He's rooted. His blink wasn't even back up off cooldown. They're going to throw tips over to him as well.
Man, it's still not the most fun game ever. This is a pretty large power spike, though. Oh my goodness, the zip. Okay, Oscar. He's okay.
They want to be more than okay. They're looking to turn this one around, but I don't know about this one. You'll get Sammy. Parker, though, does he commit? He'll blink in. They're going to go after S. BKB activated, but he still gets bashed up by that Abyssal. And Parker is doing a pretty substantial amount of damage, but now here comes Yamsun. He doesn't have the Chrono, though, so Parker is going to be able to fall back. But falling back means he doesn't get the kill that he wanted, and Alone actually tosses Yamsun away from the fight as well. So this is just not going great for Infamous. They're trying to be aggressive, and they're not able to do it. Oscar actually might be in trouble here over on the other side of the fight, using the Yule Scepter, but that means he's rooted again by that Pit of Malice. And they just can't do anything here. Okay, Devi pops his gate, but he's going to get bashed up, so he's not able to get away just yet, and Parker should be able to finish this. Yeah. So, they finally get themselves a kill onto Divine Llama, but it's going to come at a cost. A gets taken down, Michael's on the retreat, Alone has basically no health, and actually has to blink back in to avoid the Illuminate, but that puts him in the middle of a fight that he can't win. He's taken down. That was an attempt at a Chrono from Yamsun that gets canceled out by the Burrow Strike, but now Infamous have to run once again, and they're not going to get everyone away. Michael's picked off, and what's the big deal? Ugh. So yeah. Storm Spirit still very, very strong. Alone, though, is going to try and force a fight here as they will push their way in. Alone pops the BKB, but BKB doesn't do you any good. He's just taking too much physical damage. He's getting bashed to hell, trying to run as best as he can here. Maybe he can blink away. It's going to get canceled, though, and he will go down. Parker now tries to make a move. Meanwhile, Sammy looking for the TP, trying to rejoin that fight. He's going to zip his way in now. Couldn't save Yamsun, but they should be able to clean this up. Michael goes down. Oscar is on the run. Their focus isn't him, though. Their focus is Parker, and yeah, they can't get the out for him, so a whole lot for them to be worried about at the moment. Meanwhile, for Infamous, Parker's in some trouble.
Oh, he will just get chronoed.
Okay, he's able to blink away for now, but here comes that Chrono. Yep, you're going to throw it down. They even have the Will-O-Wisp there just in case. And Parker, he is not dead yet. Can he blink? No, we can't. Will-O-Wisp puts him to sleep. Sammy comes in with the Vortex, and Parker's dead. And now what is this? Alone was trying to go for a split push play, and refresher, get a Chrono onto some heroes grouped up for the defense, and might just be enough to sort of break the door down, or Sammy could just knock on the door himself. He is going to jump his way forward. Oscar tries to come in with the Epicenter, but there's that Chrono. Going to get deployed. Sand King stuck inside of it. They're going to drop A as well, and this is just not really a winnable fight for Infamous. Alone and Michael are the only two alive, and A's the only one who has his buyback. Alone tries a toss-back play, but there's no further damage, and now Alone's just going to get bashed up and dropped low. He should be dying here. There's just not a lot to be done. Alone falls, Michael dies. Both actually do still focus the objectives. They get the top and the middle lane of Rax, while Sammy was just zipping around like a madman, and now he'll zip onto Michael looking for the kill, and it's just too easy at this point. And Infamous, I don't know. They can wait. They can get all of their heroes back up. They can give this one last attempt, but I do...
Up in 5 seconds. This could be the beginning of the end here, depending on who gets picked off.
See, is Yamsun can find. He just times out, so that's a bit of a positive. But Sammy, he's going to make the move. They've caught out Parker. This is the one hero that Infamous could not afford to lose, and he is dead with no buyback. Not still alive. Oh, that is unable to do anything, really. I mean, you see Oscar, he's looking to see if there's a chance, but there really isn't any opportunity. Well, one will come his way, as Sammy is going to get hit up there, but Wildcard are still looking for this fight. S is going to push his way forward. A second Chrono is going to get deployed. Alone and Oscar are caught in it, and that is GG called as Wildcard. Oh, I mean, they survived, right? That was all they, not all they needed to do, but that was sort of the big
And sometimes, you know, it feels great, but I think the problem, and it's a very similar problem when I think that's a little bit of an awkwardness in Infamous's lineup, especially early on.
Both the supports rotate mid. Sammy was able to get the Nightmare down onto Alone. That leads into the Avalanche, into the toss, into the tree toss, and
Most entertaining thing, to say the least, but I also think it's an early game that really heavily favors Wildcard. We already talked about how they need items. Infamous are the ones that are only bound by their levels as a lot of mana. Oh, Alone, that's where Michael is.
okay. Nightmare's gonna get juggled. Oscar's coming in. Parker steals the kill with the Wrath of Nature, and oh, Infamous have found their first. Really able to make it happen, and do they really try this? Yamsun is without his ult, but he's still pretty tanky. Michael is trying to give over as much mana as possible. Parker actually TP'd in. Oscar comes over as well, and you're gonna bring 4 heroes into it, then sure.
Yeah, it's also where pre-level 6 on both Alexo and Sammy Boy, they can't really take this fight at all. This is a lot of damage in from Devi. You need to kill these spiderlings off, but once you kill them, well, now Devi's got to go get more spiders. You know, you can't afford to just stick around here. Even though Michael, oh, I think he lost track of his hero. That was really weird.
Devi's able to get in there with the spawn spiderlings nuke. That's enough damage to kill off Michael, and well, if you're Wildcard, maintain cohesion. That's the #1 thing here. They're pushing forward, but they're pushing together. The second you separate is when things could start to turn, so we'll maintain that grouping. A is going to get taken down as Devi just kept on throwing.
Chip that you need to ignore here. I really am just concerned as, oh, A is really far out. He's probably just need to throw out a spell. Yeah, he just throws out anything, but that's where once they see that Bane is level 6.
Hold on. Scan comes in, so they know somebody's up here. Who will they find? It's Michael that they hit up first. Now they'll see Alone sort of zipping, so it's not really anyone they're going to be able to chase after. They'll just take the easier kill. What's going on at the other side of the map, though? Hold on a second. Yamsun getting himself in a little bit of trouble, but look at those TPs coming in. They're going to try and turn this one around. Michael actually just bought back to try and rejoin this fight. It is enough to take down the first life, but the reincarnation gets him right back in. Michael's going to die a second time. Alone no longer has his out, so he might just have to zip away. This is turning into a very rough fight for Infamous. You've already sort of lost Michael twice. A is going to get taken down here as well. They'll get the core heroes out, but that's... or just walk into the pit. Oscar's going to try and turn around here. He pops the Dark Ascension. They're looking to go after Sammy, but they can't even take the Bane down all that quickly. The Fiend's Grip gets turned onto Parker. They need to be able to relocate him out of here, but they're not going to be able to do so. Oscar dead. Parker gone. Alone is going to zip in, but by the time he does, all of his teammates are already dead. There really is just no fight here, and he used a lot of mana in the process here. He is going to try to find a little avenue out, but he's just getting chased. They're going to hit him up with the Orchid. They get onto him with the Avalanche. They should be able to finish this kill. The Decrep comes in, and Lone falls. Push play that Infamous can rely on is Parker, who just got jumped in on. Fiend's Grip is going to be applied. The Pugnus TPing in. The Relocate is going to be here. Parker goes for the BKB. Should just TP out right now, really, but you're going to try and turn and... oh. Okay, that worked remarkably well. I thought more than Alexa was coming. It is going to come now as Esk does make his move. Ooh. Make his move in. They killed Michael, so Oscar now has to TP out, and... okay.
Pressers the team with what is 3 BKBs right now. Everything is going to be these BKBs as A is going to be forced to respawn, but the good news is that once he respawns, they have everything. This is their triple BKB timing. It's no mech on Michael. There's not really... and, well, there's your spinner snare. There's your webs up on the high ground. Sammy Boy is postured so aggressively here. And the grip.
Oh, no.
And,
Michael's just got to go for the reload. He's got to pull him out right now, and Alone is going to get pulled back. They lost Oscar, though, and now Parker is in trouble as well. Alone tries to zip back in, but This is a rough fight for them. They're trying to hold their own, though. They've taken down Sammy. They're getting onto the Wraith King as well, but that reincarnation is going to come into play, and how much more do they have in them? Alone is trying to push forward. The silence, though, is going to force him to regroup with his teammates in just a moment. But in the meantime, the Rax is falling. Can they get the melee? They would love to just be able to finish it off, but Oscar is actually going to preempt them just a little bit. The Rax does fall, but Oscar wants to fight, or actually maybe he doesn't. With how quickly Wildcard are backing off, Oscar's going to run out of time on his BKB, and he doesn't actually want to be here anymore. May not have a choice. Ran into the spinner snare, going to get himself rooted up. Oscar dies. Michael will look for no tether because it's 7 seconds out. They could just sort of lock him down. Wraithfire Blast is going to be there into the Decrypt, into Nether Blast. And Yamsun will find the kill. And Infamous, I don't know. At a certain point there, it was sort of mission accomplished. You had stopped the push, but Oscar just keeps on going, and that's just a GG, okay? We'll just call it quits there.
Yep. It's not too pretty, huh? Kind of an easy game for
Right.